Now, if you like, most people, when that diary shifts from December to January, something magical happens, right? It's a fresh start mindset. You know, new me for 2017. 2017 is going to be better than 2016. Yeah, time to lose those 10 pounds finally, right? But how long does it last? As someone said once, about the age of a fruit fly, which is 24 hours. Why is that? Well, it isn't long before the old habits very quickly grab a hold. Limited willpower, everyday life takes over, right? And those dreams, those aspirations, those goals that we have are very quickly lost. Now, let me share with you a brain hack, a way of overcoming all of that and being able to take action around the goals that you've set for yourself. To do that, we need to understand a little bit about the way the brain works. Now, this grey blob in between our ears here is really not one brain, it's three brains. So let me explain using my hands the three brains and the problem that we have, why we procrastinate, why we put off, and why we don't take the action. So across the top here is the neocortex. This is the biggest part of the brain. There's a left and a right side to it, but we don't need to understand that in this example. Below that here, this bulbous bit here is the emotional brain. It's where all the emotions are housed, also long-term memory. And then this down the bottom here is the reptilian brain. It's the fight, flight, or freeze. Now, here's what happens. The moment that we want to change, do something different, it signals, it's seen as a threat to our brain. So what happens is the rational part of the brain disappears. And that's the part of the brain that's saying, you know, I need to exercise, I need to get control of my diet, I need to stop drinking, I need to do all these things. It makes logical sense, you see, but we're not logical beings. You know, we're irrational. This is why it's hard to predict behavior and change behavior. So that disappears. And then we down trigger and we have what I call a wobbly, right? A wobbly. And the moment we have a wobbly, we're in trouble because we're right at the brain stem here, the reptilian brain, and we're fight, flight, freeze. So how do we overcome that? Well, big change equals that. Small change equals this. So if we take small steps, tiny steps towards, what we do is we sneak under the radar of this trigger and we're able to take action. And we're able to do it with very little willpower. Now, just taking small steps has completely changed a morning routine that I have now. Like, for instance, I used to put sugar in my tea. The way I got around not putting sugar in my tea is just to take half a spoonful out every time, over a period of time, I should say, to the point where I didn't need sugar. And it was barely noticeable, you know. Exercise. My exercise started by doing squats whilst the kettle boiled, right? Which is about, 15, 20 seconds? Anyone can do 15 or 20 seconds of exercise, but gradually that's led to 20 minutes of exercise. And those two things alone, shifted weight, body fat, got me down to 10% body fat, which is as lean as I was when I was a teenager, but very limited willpower. Meditation, couldn't get myself to meditate, right? Even though I know, rationally, I know that it's good for you. There's so many health benefits around it, mind benefits, psychological benefits, spiritual benefits. Could I get myself to do it? No. Why? Because every time I thought about sitting there for 20 minutes, whoop, wobbly, right? And I didn't take action, procrastinated, until I just set the timer for 1 minute. Now, who can do 1 minute of just nice, gentle breathing? Anyone can. A minute's possible for anyone. Sneak under the radar. So that is the hack that I'd like to share with you in this video. The smaller the step, the easier it is to move towards what it is that you want to achieve or change in your life. So the question is, what's the smallest step you can take? And I mean the smallest step you can take that starts the journey towards a New Year's resolution that you've set for yourself or a goal that you've set for yourself in 2017. Hope that helps. Leave me a comment below, let me know what you think.